The force is strong with the Week 6 NFL Power Rankings here at Say What You Like. I am Philip Enriquez, and I just checked out that Star Wars The Last Jedi trailer during halftime for the Monday Night Football game. Not really into the Monday Night Football game, but damn, I am into that trailer. The Last Jedi looks good. All the buzz here around Hollywood says it's supposed to be the best of this new trilogy and may even rival some of the movies from the original trilogy. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see till December 14th. I got my tickets. If you haven't, they are available online. Check it out on Fandango. Check it out on AMC. But that's not the reason you clicked here. The reason you clicked here is because we got to get into the top 10 NFL teams on this week's Power Rankings for Week 6. So let's do it. Here at number 10, we have the Seattle Seahawks in Week 6. Now, if you're a Seattle Seahawks fan, you have to think that it was a good sign because they pretty much put all this talk of the LA Rams being this up-and-coming team that quite possibly could win that NFC West division as soon as this year, at least on hold for now, because the Seattle Seahawks did their best to put those young, up-and-coming Rams in their place and say, hold on, the NFC West still goes through Seattle. So, you know, Seattle has looked shaky at times, especially early here in the season, but they still prove that they just have that veteran leadership. They have that squad. They still have the talent. They still have what's left of the Legion of Boom. Russell Wilson's still there, and they can make plays when they need to, and they stopped the upstart LA Rams, as well as kicking them off the top 10 in this week's Power Rankings. At number 9, the New England Patriots. Now, the New England Patriots come off that Thursday night victory over Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I'm not too sure if I want to give the majority of the credit to the New England Patriots as much as I want to give the blame to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, Jameis Winston just has proven that he cannot take care of the ball. He's got the necessary weapons. He's got the defense, but it's time for him to cash in. It's time for Tampa Bay to cash in with that first overall pick that they spent on him. But still, let's see. The Patriots were without Gronk. We know they're without Edelman, but here they are coming back because they still got Tom Brady and Belichick. Look, it's not a time to panic, but it is a reasonable question to now ask. Are the New England Patriots really that unbeatable team that likes to hover as number 1 overall in these power rankings for the majority of the season? Because that defense looks shaky and the offense is suspect at times, even with Brady. So hopefully Gronk can come back semi-healthy for the rest of the season, and this New England Patriots can prove me wrong here. At number 8, the Buffalo Bills. Now here's another AFC East team that I'm placing above the New England Patriots. But so far in this short NFL season, the Buffalo Bills deserve the spot over the Patriots. Look, they've been very impressive, and they have some wins over some very impressive teams. Now, I left this team for dead at the beginning of the season. I thought the whole Tyrod Taylor thing was a fluke. I thought they basically re-signed him as like a stopgap, like, hey, let him quarterback the season until we find our real quarterback of the future. And pretty much with all the trades of Sammy Watkins and the talent that they let go for draft picks, I thought they were tanking. But little did I know, because this team is competitive, winning games, and I think they're gonna give the New England Patriots a run for their money deep into this season. But I don't know how long this can hold up. I still have my doubts. They are Buffalo and they are the New England Patriots, but there's hope. Keep hope alive. If this new coaching regime can keep these players focused, I don't see why they can't steal this division up from under the New England Patriots. The weakness is there in these Pats team this season, so you never know, Buffalo. At number 7, the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, here we have the Philadelphia Eagles leading the NFC East, even though all the analysts thought it was going to be between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys, but they are not who we thought they'd be, especially the Giants, who are still winless, losing to the lowly LA Chargers this season. And Dallas, man, they dropped another heartbreaker like they always seem to do to Aaron Rodgers at home. So we'll see how they stack up later, but for right now, Philadelphia is playing great on both sides of the ball. Now you're probably wondering, for a team that's leading this NFC East and is a potential powerhouse in the NFC this season, why are they still so low on the rankings? Why not a top 5 team? And the reason that I held back the Philadelphia Eagles in the top 5 this week is the lack of competition. I mean, they've really beat up on some bad teams. That schedule is going to get harder, much like the Giants and Cowboys season has looked. So they've got, aside from that Kansas City Chiefs team that they lost to, their only loss of the season, they really haven't played anyone of note. So Philadelphia, I'm asking you, prove it to me. Show me a quality win against a quality opponent, and I'll have no problem placing you at the top of these here power rankings in the weeks to come. In at number 6 in this week's power rankings, the Detroit Lions. Now, Detroit comes off a loss to the Carolina Panthers. I mean, this Carolina Panthers team looks like it's been an upstart team ready to take back that NFC South crown from the Atlanta Falcons. Now, Detroit, I'm a big believer in Detroit still. They have 2 losses on the season, but to me, this was their first legitimate loss. And Matt Stafford almost roared back in the fourth quarter to take the game if Cam Newton wouldn't have made that clutch pass to seal the game. But Matt Stafford, if you would have gave him another possession, he would have came back and won this game. Stafford and these Lions are still impressive to me, but I have to drop them from number 2 to number 6 due to the loss to Carolina. But I expect for Stafford and these Lions to be a perennial top 10 team throughout this season. And you know what? If they can stay healthy enough throughout the season, they might even make a little noise in these playoffs. I don't believe any of the teams above the Detroit Lions in the NFC are that much better than them. I think they can play with the best of them. In at number 5, the Atlanta Falcons. Now, the Atlanta Falcons took the bye week to get healthy. They're trying to get back a pair of wide receivers that Matt Ryan's going to need going forward if he's to keep that NFC South crown that they won last season, because the Carolina Panthers are looking hella good so far. Cam Newton looks healthy, so they're a legit challenge for these Atlanta Falcons. Now, those receivers, they're going to need to get back Sanu, and they're really going to need to get back Julio Jones. This bye week is just what the Atlanta Falcons asked for. This is exactly what they needed. Now it's time to produce, get back onto the field, and take this division. Making a big jump up this week's power rankings, in at number 4, the Carolina Panthers. Now, the Carolina Panthers are coming off an impressive win over the Detroit Lions. Cam Newton really showed me some guts, some gritty determination this week, because he made the difficult throws to keep the ball out of Matt Stafford's hands late in the game and seal that victory. So Carolina has some impressive wins under their belt, and they look every bit up to the task of challenging the NFC champions, the Atlanta Falcons, in that division this season. So, we all know about Cam Newton and the female reporter, and he lost some of his sponsorships, Dannon. He lost it to Dak Prescott. But outside, on the field, if we're just keeping it on the field, Cam Newton looks back to me. He looks healthy, he looks back, he looks ready to rock, and that's why Carolina's up here at number 4 this week. Another team on that bye week this week, at number 3, the Denver Broncos. But the Denver Broncos ain't going nowhere. That defense is legit, and like I said, Simeon's been that game manager. Actually, he's playing better than a game manager, let's be real about it. And they look primed and ready to challenge the Kansas City Chiefs. I can't wait for that game. That's gonna be a big showdown when they get to play KC this season, because KC is looking damn near flawless this season. But Denver, they deserve this spot. They have some impressive wins and an impressive defense, and even those weapons on offense are starting to come alive under Trevor Siemian. No reason to doubt Denver deserves this top 3 spot in this week's power rankings, even off a bye. In at number 2, the Heartbreaker, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. They're the Heartbreaker because I'm a Cowboys fan, and once again, he went into Jerry World and won and pulled out a close one. Honestly, I don't know when these coaching staffs are gonna shove their pride aside and say, don't give Aaron Rodgers the ball with anything more than 25 seconds on the clock, because he's going to come back and win it. He's done it time and time again. Yes, I know the defenses are NFL caliber. There's NFL players that get paid to stop players like Aaron Rodgers from marching the ball down 75 yards in less than a minute. But let's face it, Aaron Rodgers can do it against anybody. Unless I'm fielding the 2000 Baltimore Ravens defense, I'm not letting Aaron Rodgers get the ball with a minute left in the game. No way, no how I'm letting that happen, because we all seen once again what he can do, the clutchness that is Aaron Rodgers. And no matter how badly Green Bay seems to be suffering from injuries and just cracking and falling apart at the seams, they have the ultimate Band-Aid in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers, and that's why they're here at number two, right under number one. And holding steady to the number one spot on the power rankings in 2017, the Kansas City Chiefs. Now I want to take the time to congratulate the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs, Alex Smith. We all know what happened in the draft this year. The Kansas City Chiefs selected Alex Smith's replacement. And ever since then, Alex Smith is playing with the chip on his shoulder, and he's being even more than a game manager. I'd go even as far as to say he's playing at an MVP level. I think if the season ended today, Alex Smith is your MVP, unanimously in my opinion. I mean, he's doing everything you can ask for at the quarterback position. The team is undefeated, and he's got the weapons around him to make sure this offense continues to roll. I just want to give props to Alex Smith. He is determined not to let a young up-and-coming quarterback take his job like Kaepernick did back with the San Francisco 49ers. And the way him and the Kansas City Chiefs are playing this season, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Congrats, KC. You know, you look like the favorite in the AFC and perhaps in the NFL so far in this early NFL season. Let's just see if you guys can keep it up.